that was the other thing I was thinking too.
Lettering on them.
If it's a wrinkle finished panel and it's engraved, they engrave through the wrinkle finish.
Oh, are they? Oh, I didn't even pay
and
attention.
then the aluminum shows through a
So the
silver.
348, those are actually...
Oh, the 348 it's different.
Okay.
That's an etched panel, and the lettering is actually raised.
It seems like it's raised above there. So how do you do? So how do you go ahead and restore? Can you just put wax over that or something?
No, I paint the whole thing.
Yeah.
And then what I do is I make a little tool out of anything, wood or anything, and I shave, get as much of the paint off of the lettering as I can. You have to be careful. Put your magnifiers on.
Not to get into the white. Or...
Yeah, and then I make a little angled tool out of wood that will hold a little 1/4-inch piece of like 400 grit paper.
Yeah.
And then I do that.
Wow.
Get to one, I says, okay, I can paint the thing. I was asking, well, do you go ahead and mask them off with wax or something on top of the letters, or?
This RBA here, the dial mask I had to restore, and that's how I did the dial mask. You can see the lettering on there.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's embossed.
Yeah.
And I had to repaint the dial mask. It was all spotty and had pits on it and stuff like that because it was shipboard radio. So,
oh yeah.
But the rest of it is original, or it's touched up with nitrocellulose lacquer, which is the way the Navy did it, unless it went to a 5th echelon rebuild. If it went to a 5th echelon, then they'd strip it down and redo it. But otherwise, they just touched it up. This is an LR1.
LR1.
This is the Cadillac of frequency meters. This will measure, this is 1940, and it will measure to 200 or 300 cycles.
Wow.
At 20 meg.
100 cycles?
Cycles.
Wow.
And what did you have for, how many calibration crystals did it have?
It's got
a bank of them.
It's got an oven in there made out of wood.
Oh no.
It's got a wooden oven in it.
Oh.
That houses the crystal for the Hectorine calibrator on there. What you do is, if you're in a hurry, you can just look at the dial. That'll get you within KC or 2.
Yeah.
If you're really interested, then you put the interpolator on. You either go up or lower depending on what band you're on. And then it will read out here in kilocycles, and then the tick marks are hundreds of cycles. And I've measured it easily to half a kilocycle, and it's accurate. It had a shorted capacitor in it, but other than that, it had some bad tubes, but it worked.
Oh, wow.
Another ART-13, that's the Navy
yeah.
version. That's a Collins one. That's actually built by Collins, and it's a pretty early ART-13. It's running on the DY12 dynamotor down there, and then this power supply here runs the dynamotor.
Whoa, that is one hefty dynamotor.
It's a DY12.
And now, was that just a single output and just a resistor voltage divider, or did that?
No, it actually has 3 windings. Well, no, it has 2 windings. I take that back. Well, it does have 3 because it's got the motor winding on one side. And then on the other side, it's got 400 and 750. And those windings on the dynamotor are good for like 3/4 of an amp, something like 750 milliamps.
Yeah. Obviously, the motor wouldn't drive in. You can't load it up that much, but you're not going to burn the high voltage windings out.
Now the DY17 is the dynamotor for the later ones, the ones that were in Army Air Force airplanes, like the B-29 and stuff like that. Those had DY17s. Electrically, they're exactly the same. Physically, they look a little different, and bills are a little different, and the reset switches are in different places, but electronically they're the same.
Teletype?
Yeah, any ART-13 dynamotor will run any ART-13. If you were in Vietnam and you wanted to know where that commie was out there, that was...
this is your RDF,
Yeah, this was your direction.
That's a direction finder. I saw it. I said, that's got to be a direction finder.
These were actually built during the Korean War,
wow.
but they weren't really ready for the Korean War, and they used them extensively in Vietnam, though. And you can originally this cable was 50 feet long, and you could park your Jeep over there and go do your thing. But you had to set the receiver up to be north and south, and you had to calibrate your compass and everything, and then you had to know your magnetic deviation. and do all of that sort of stuff. And then you probably had about 2 or 3 seconds to DF the guy, because he isn't going to stay on there very long. And so, you know, a lot of times it was multiple listenings till you DF him. And the thing is, you don't tune for maximum, you tune for null. Because the maximum you can't really tell,
broad. Yeah.
but the null you can see real easy. And this is a GRC 19. That's an R392 receiver with a T195 Collins transmitter. And that is completely auto-tuned. This not only auto-tunes to the frequency, it tunes to the antenna.
Wow.
It will, you can hook anything up to it, it will load it up, or it will try.
Yeah.
But it has a time limit, and the time limit is about 45 seconds. And if you're running about, say, 28.5, 29 volts into it, it will auto-tune fast enough, no problem.
Wow.
But if you're only running 24 volts, it'll sit there. And the cathode resistor says, I'm getting hot. And it opens up and shuts everything down, and then you gotta wait about 15 minutes for it to cool down, then you can try it again. The other thing is if you're smart, when you're auto-tuning, auto-tune for 10 seconds, let it rest. Auto-tune for 10 seconds, let it rest. And then but if you're running it at the voltage that it should run at, which is about 29.5 volts, it'll do it real fast. But 100 watt transmitter. These went on Jeeps. And
yeah, it looks like it's set up. It could really be hefty enough.
It's on the Jeep mount.
Yeah.
Sitting on the
yeah,
Jeep.
I can see the mount. Yeah.
And, but yeah, it's a very neat transmitter. I mean, because it is so complex inside, because it is electromechanical controlled by vacuum tubes. It actually has a 400 cycle generator in it to run the motors, the servo motors.
Oh yeah, because you need 3-phase 400 for the Celsius. Yeah.
And so it's really
something else.
It's Collins. So Collins, they had all the gigabrains there that like gears and cams and stuff, and so they designed that kind of stuff. That's the R390. Whereas the R390As, like over here, are 26 tubes. 4 IF amplifiers, 1 RF amplifier, mechanical filters. The R390 is 32 tubes, 2 RF amps, 6 IF amplifiers, no mechanical filters, electronic voltage regulator in it. It's a fabulous receiver. They were just too complex, too expensive. And this one actually has a little green gear on the front of the gearbox. You wonder, what's that gear do? It's not really, it's just there and it's painted green. Well, if you're going to take the RF deck out, you have to unscrew that little gear and take it out, move it down here, and put it in and lock it down. That locks everything in place. So you can take the RF deck
so you don't get everything out of sync when you try to put it together again.
And then this is the T368. These were in GRC 26s in the mobile huts and stuff. These ran teletype, 400 watts, or you could run voice. They didn't run voice too much, but they did some. CW, they would do beginning of a teletype schedule or whatever you had. You ID'd yourself in CW and everybody got set up. Then you went to teletype. And this is the tuner. If you're in the GRC 26 hut, because you ran on a 15-foot vertical then, and you need that tuner. But where it says long wire, here it says there's one of these switches anyway, it says long wire. Here. I don't know what they're talking about. That thing will not load a long wire. It doesn't have any capacitors in it.
It's just all coils.
Coils.
It's got a 15 picofarad or 12 picofarad cap and a 55 picofarad cap. Both of them vacuum caps. Not even enough capacitance. long wire to them means that the wire's a little bit longer. You know, if you're making
Dynamotor operated.
why not use 1920s
Oh yeah,
tubes?
use some 1920s tubes. Yes, indeed.
For the oscillator, buffer, everything.
Everything.
Yeah,
I get a kick out of that. Yeah.
Wow.
4 VT4s.
Yeah.
And here's the speech amp,
Yeah.
the oscillator, the modulators, and a 10. Why not use another 1920s tube?
Oh,
10.
jeez.
And that's for the
Wow.
CW, modulated CW. But these things were archaic
Yeah.
when they first came out. And of course,
Let alone
GE
by the time the war came along.
well, you know,
Yeah.
they had a contract, or at least they thought they were going to build, and they probably did build 100,000 B-17s.
Yeah.
Because they shot them down as fast as they could
Yeah.
fly over and drop their bombs. They
Sure.
got shot down.
They get shot down, so you need more equipment. Hey.
Yeah,
They're
and so
expendable.
GE, they built 100,000 of these. Well, by the time it got to around 1943 or so, the ARC 5s had come out.
Yeah. Right.
1944, the ART-13s had come out. And the guys looked at this thing and they said, this thing's a piece of junk. And, you know, so they stayed in the crates.
Oh,
And
geez.
so at the end of the war, they had thousands of these
Oh,
surplus.
wow.
And you could buy them for 15, 20 bucks. Now, right at the very end of the war, 46,
Yeah.
these were $75 from
Wow.
the surplus markets in the crate. But then everybody found out, well, you can't hardly run the thing.
Yeah.
And so the price plummeted.
Oh,
And
no.
you could get the tuning units for, you know, $5. The antenna tuner for $5. Transmitter for, of course, now the audiophiles
Yeah.
have driven the price up on those
Oh, of
VT4s.
course. Yeah.
Those things are $150 a piece.
Yeah. Yeah, really.
So every BC375 that I see for sale doesn't have any tubes anymore. And who's going to spend $600 for the tubes?
Yeah, for tubes. Yeah, really.
And so you can get these transmitters now without the tubes for $10.
Wow.
And, over in the corner, there is the Gates 250 watt broadcast
Oh,
transmitter
wow.
from
Yeah.
KOWL.
I was looking at that. Boy, that is huge.
And all of that, and 800 pounds to boot, and it only does 250 watts.
Only 250 watts.
Yeah, that's
Wow.
KOWL was a pretty puny station up at South Lake Tahoe. Their offices were in Harris Club initially,
Yeah.
and there's the original office.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. KOWL.
I have a lot of stuff from KOWL because
Wow.
I know the guy that used to be the chief engineer,
Ah, well, that helps.
and so over the years he's routed a lot of stuff to me that
Oh,
was
you-
from KOWL.
Yeah.
And
Wow.
that is not a 24, that's a 25.
25. Yeah, I was
Yeah.
looking at that. It's an SX25.
And both of them, though, the 24 and 25. Boy, if you want one, you got to find one with good silk screening and good paint.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's it.
It's
Yeah.
just God, you just can't repaint them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
These were the ultimate shipboard radios. In 1939, they started designing these 15-tube superhets. The RBB is 500 kilocycles to 4 meg. The RBC is 4 meg to 27 meg. They went with the RBA, like that big black receiver over there, the long wave receiver. So with the 3 receivers, you had total coverage from 15 kilocycles to 27 meg. These things were $2,400 a piece in 1940. The long wave receiver was $3,200 in
Whoa,
1940. But it was RCA you were dealing with, and RCA built the RBB and the RBC. Federal Telephone and Radio, which was IT&T, built the long wave receiver.
Wow.
And but these were so good. These receivers were so good. They were using them in the 1960s still. 20 years after
Yeah.
World War II, they
Wow.
were still using them because they are that good. They're
That's
big.
something
and-
Big.
Yeah,
Take a
onboard-
lot- take up a lot of real
onboard
estate.
Onboard shippers playing around.
Yeah.
But, you know, when you go to tuna, there's nothing like it. It's like velvet.
Wow.
Yeah.
You know, and they're accurate to, you know, as accurate as you needed to be. And if you couldn't read it out as accurate as you needed to be, You just use your LR1 frequency
Yeah.
meter, and that'll get you accurate enough.
Wow.
And then
Something else.
after the RAA, which was that big 460-pound long-range receiver, they came out with the RAG, which I don't have one of those, but that's the RAK, or that's actually an RAL. But that's those were the regenerative receiver, long wave and medium wave receivers that were late 30s into the 40s.
Really?
They were building them. Well, those probably cost $1,500 as opposed to $2,400 or $3,200.
Wow.
And so it all depended on the budgeting office. And these ended up getting stuck on the submarines most of the time.
On subs? Yeah.
And
The sub radio.
and then these big Scots
Yeah.
were the entertainment radios. That one was rebuilt at Mare Island. That's why it's painted gray. Most of them were black. And they're just a broadcast band and a couple of shortwave bands. And they were just shipboard entertainment. That was all they were for.
Huh.
And they were in, the area where they would eat or
Air
or
would be
something.
congregated, yeah.
And this is a homemade 1 kilowatt transmitter built in 1936.
Huh?
The guy that I got that from
1936.
was still alive. I
Really?
don't know if he is now,
Yeah.
but in 2000, he gave that to me in 2009. He was 90, I don't know, he was 96 or something like
Wow.
that then. And he wrote me letters about it and, told me all about how he used to run this thing, how he made the wrinkle finish,
Yeah.
that he cured it in his mother's oven.
Really?
And he says,
Yeah.
when I used to key it, it would flash blue, the rectifier tubes would flash blue.
I guess so, yeah.
And he said that the final tube,
1,000
which is a
watts.
Gamatron 354, he said that the place will turn red hot.
Yeah.
On.
Yeah.
And he said, "Oh wow,
This is
Of course,
real radio.
yeah, the meters all switched.
There you
too.
go.
Yeah.
Now I
Wow.
rebuilt the top part of it. I haven't rebuilt the power supplies yet because he was running it with a pole pig transfer.
I was going to tell you.
Had to be something
that's
strong
what
enough.
I was going to say I had some stuff I got from a real old timer in San Francisco when I was
Yeah.
a kid, Southern novice, and he gave me a pulp, and I was thinking about that just the other day. I said, what did I ever do with that 2400 volt center tap transfer? Because he gave it to me because same thing. He
Same
had
thing.
the same vintage Gary and his shack downstairs in the basement off Market Street downtown, and neat character.
I do have a high voltage supply to go in that,
Yeah.
but he was running, I don't know, he was probably running close to 4,000 volts on the
Yeah.
plate.
Wow.
Yeah.
And it
Yeah, they were
was-
4
That's something
kW
else.
center, or 4 kV center tap, and
but it's
there was also, like I said, there also were 2400 because there were some of the old. And one I had was a 2400, so I know it was really an old transformer. It was 2400 because it was when you went 3-phase. When they went from 2400 volt distribution to 4160, it was 1.3 times 1.73 times, and it came out to 4160. But he had a 2400 on that.
Wow.
What did I ever do with that boat anchor? I don't know how many times it ever moved.
Yeah, really. Oh my
as you can see.